In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, there's a tale unfolding under the cover of night. The Federal Bureau, they've come to play, investigating whispers in the light of day. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. It sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. Allegations fly like shadows on the wall in the halls of power where the mighty fall. Bankruptcy fraud, they say he goodbyes. Keep Freeman's game in the public eye. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. The sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. So here we stand as the truth unfolds in the south of the story is told. Mayor Henyard's fall, keep Freeman's light. A tale of corruption brought into the light.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. This is going to be good tonight. It is. They got themselves in all kinds of trouble in Dalton. It's a, oh my gosh. You guys have not seen this yet. This was the news story. Here you go. Here, just check it out.
A close aide to Mayor Tiffany Henyard is cooperating with her opponents, and the mayor has now been stripped of at least some power in the form of access to village money.
Because, you throw a lot of things up here that don't be true.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard's grip on the reins of Dalton is loosening. At last night's meeting, the Board of Trustees voted to freeze spending on village credit cards, limiting expenses to those approved
Yes, it is,
by the board.
Mickey.
That was the main goal, to cut off her access and other operators in the municipality. I have to be careful choosing my words here.
I've never seen any municipality
That was a
have
hell
so
of a
many
shirt.
credit cards out there. Orders of going out to each is mind-boggling. The trips, the shopping, going to Target and spending $300, $500, $600, even dollar amounts. It seems very fishy, and it looks like gift cards were purchased.
And board attorney Michael McGrath says that snapshot of just 5 or 6 months of spending was revealed in the last couple of weeks by Henyard's top aide, Keith Freeman, who's now cooperating with the board.
Welcome.
He pleaded not guilty to a federal bankruptcy charge and is considered by some trustees to be a potential whistleblower.
Is there a motion to terminate Keith Freeman?
Henyard announced his termination last night, though the board insists Freeman is still the village administrator. The mayor rarely talks to reporters, and she let the defense attorney she's retained do most of the talking with WGN News. He says Freeman put Henyard's safety at risk by removing her security detail.
Under the law, he's out when she says he's out.
How is he putting you at risk?
He just answered that.
Is it that there's speculation that prosecutors are putting pressure on him to cooperate with their investigation into you?
No, we're talking about the removal of security detail.
This isn't the first time Henyard's safety has taken center stage. The acting police chief, Louis Lacey, has implemented capacity limits and metal detectors in the board meeting room. And just last night, he made everyone walk back through those machines after the meeting had already started. The board placed him on paid administrative leave pending an investigation into his alleged mishandling of the department.
He requested that he turn in all village equipment by the end of today. And if he doesn't, will seek a court order to enforce the administrative leave.
But Deputy Chief Lacey did show up to work today. He tells me the board doesn't have the power to put him on leave. As for the financials, we expect to learn a lot more detail on Thursday when former Chicago Mayor
Roxanne.
Lori Lightfoot presents some of the findings of her investigation. In Dalton, Jenna Barnes, WGN News.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. And it gets better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It gets better because they're only showing a part of what happened during that. Yes, I used to be young. I am surprised she is not in jail already. That is so surprising. Yeah, it's truly a dumpster fire, and glad to see firefighters were at that meeting. Yes, absolutely. Yes, and Susan, most definitely. I've been covering this for quite some time, and yeah, I finally got caught up with what was going on with all of it, and man, this is just a mess. I completely agree. They all need to go on her staff. There you go. I used to be young. Good to see you. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Her whole staff should be gone. Tiffany crew must hear clank, clank, clank in their sleep. Yeah, I mean, the Ghost of Christmas Future is coming for them. And it is not going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty for them. Well, let's go ahead and get into this meeting that they had, and we'll give it a show. We'll give it a show.
Thank those who are here. The time being 6:15, so it's the special board meeting was called for a 6:15 time slot. At the moment, I do not believe the mayor is present. So the mayor is the rightful chair for the meeting, so that she would generally be the one to begin the meeting. Stepping in as Mayor Pro Tem, I will get the meeting started. Upon the mayor's arrival, she will resume that role, so that way we stay within compliance. Having said that, we will open up this meeting. I'll ask Clerk Key for a roll call, please.
Can you guys hear me? No. Okay,
Okay.
great. The mic's not on? Is my mic on?
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Let's keep, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Trustee Belcher.
All right,
Trustee
all right,
Stick.
quiet, please, quiet, please.
So we can take the-
So notice who is not in there right now. Notice who is not in there. So they've got no police chief, no Henyard, no attorney, no nothing, just them. Ooh.
Bro, thank you.
And because we can
Trustee
do it,
Stan
we'll
Brown.
speed it up just a little bit
You're not here?
so it doesn't
Okay.
get too bad.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Present.
Trustee Holmes. Doesn't appear to
Really
be here.
bad
Trustee
Western.
Norwood. We
Okay.
have a quorum.
Yes,
Thank you
would
very
be.
much. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'll ask all to stand and face the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
Oh, now they're talking about compliance. Yeah. Well, these are this is part of the board of trustees.
Okay, if we can remain standing, I don't see my phone trustee. So
That's something I'm going to show you guys here in a
Trustee Brown,
minute.
will you lead us in prayer, please?
Father God, thank you for allowing us to be here tonight for this special board meeting. We ask that
Yeah,
everything goes.
we'll
in
skip
divine
over some of
order
this
and that this meeting
in
tonight,
just a second. Let me grab this.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, first order of business. We are at
All right.
is citizens address or citizens comments. There's a 3
Yeah, we'll have the citizens' comments here, but I want to show you guys something really cool. Just a second. Let me bring this up for you guys to see. So I've got 3 books that you guys have sent. Look at that. Look at that. 3 books that I'm going to be reading for you guys. Not tonight. We'll have to schedule these for a special night. I have to schedule these for a special night. But whoever sent this, it was Nunya. That's who sent it. It's gonna be awesome. And these are short books. We can probably do most of these in one night. It is awesome. Thank you, whoever sent this. Thank you, whoever sent this. And we will be reading those. Not tonight, but we will be reading them. So Just be prepared. Be prepared. Let me get this back to regular size. There we go. All right. Here we go.
3 minutes for citizens' comments. When we hit the 3-minute mark, we will waive after, just so that way you're aware of the time. But we ask anybody with comments or questions, please go to the podium and address this body. You got to sign this?
All right. Here comes the
we have 3 people that signed in. So we'll start with Mary Evans. Mic is working. Mic is off. Okay.
Here comes the police chief.
Okay, no.
You cannot control this meeting.
Hey, Welsh lady, how you doing, girl?
We have a mayor pro tem. No.
So what's happening right now is got lady tapping on the microphone. She's thinking she can't be heard. Well, just stop hitting the damn microphone. You're not doing any good. And what it is the police chief has walked in there and now he's chasing people back out to make them come back through again. They keep telling them, listen, you're not in charge of this meeting. We have a mayor pro temp, and this is how it's going to go.
We can't. Yeah, order, please. We gotta go. Public comment. Mary, you're up first.
Oh, he's angry. He's angry.
Good evening.
No volume. See if I can boost the audio.
Andrew Holmes, you're going to answer me, and you're going to answer the Dalton citizens. You work for me. My taxes pay your taxes. And you owe me and the other citizens of Dalton a statement, not a confession of guilt or innocence. In light of all the drama and the darkness brought to us, you need to.
I'm bringing it back down because I have a feeling all of a sudden the audio is going to kick in. And she's not very happy right now. We can tell. It's good to see you, Welsh lady. Really, it is. The one that give a damn about the town. Yeah, exactly.
But you told to be African. So you will not, and I repeat, you will not play in my face. And anybody that agrees with me, please stay. We will play in your face because we will be at this point at every meeting. The man is state. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, she wasn't having none of it.
Good evening.
Now, see, they also got the mics muted so you can't hear them. They got the mics muted so you cannot hear them. It is intentional that they've got these problems. All you have to do is just reach up there and turn on that microphone. That's it. But I'll see if I can get the audio a little more bold here. We'll see.
No, ma'am.
Because we have people that outside looking at this seats in this room. And I would like to know, so what's the occupancy requirement for this? I'm asking you. So I asked the fire chief, can you please tell me what's the occupancy for this building? For the residents to come in and just outside right now. They can't come in, and I'm standing up here looking at empty seats. Pete, you're not gonna answer.
Pete's not here.
Sweetheart, take off the damn glasses if you can't see out of them. The chief isn't there. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is not the first time the mics was not working when Tiff is up to her tricks. That's right, Susan. That is absolutely right. And these people, they just want to be heard. They honestly and truly, they care about their city. They see that their tax dollars are being spent frivolously on giveaways, on gift cards, all kinds of things. So, man, I don't blame them. I'd be upset too. Elton is back.
He did.
It looks like she's got candy canes wrapped around her eyes. Pretty awesome. Yeah, she's just wondering why people are standing outside. Yeah, they got their mics muted. It is bad.
Thank you.
I turned it down so we can bring in the next one. Yeah, they're just complaining about the people sitting outside. That's what it looks like. They're just complaining about the people sitting outside. So that's what it sounds like. Yeah, the audio is still bad.
Opinion as relates to who they like, who they support.
All right. Let's see if we unless we can't. No, this is in Dalton. This is the city of Dalton. And look at that. Newspapers right there. They've got their microphones up there. So the news station is able to actually record what's going on. And theirs is working. So they're able to record exactly what these people are saying. You're sober? That's good, Ugly Truckling.
Got it? You got it? No.
Ah. Sucked
No.
be in this city and have this kind of problem. Audio issues.
First, if you come into a board meeting, I just want to set the rules for you. You have to be in order. You cannot yell loud. You cannot say bad things to people. Everybody's entitled to their opinion as relates to who they like, who they support, what it is they want to talk to this body about. I need you guys to respect their time and give them their 3 minutes. Is there someone? Where's Medina? I don't see Medina. I don't see Jackie. Do y'all have someone doing the time since y'all started the meeting? Y'all have somebody doing the time? Okay. And do you have a sign-in sheet? Is there a sign-in sheet?
Yeah, they already did the sign-in sheet.
Just one person?
Oh,
Okay.
now she
So
wants
you only
to
have one
focus
person. Is there anybody else that would like to address the body?
She's standing up there right there. This is our special. This is special.
Okay, so this is the 6th. I don't have that agenda. I only have the 6:30 agenda. So
Well,
if I can have a copy of that agenda.
I mean, yeah, 3 minutes is a little bit is a very small amount of time. But you also have to understand 3 minutes, you can usually get out what you need to say in 3 minutes. You know, if you're addressing the board with a concern, a thought, an idea, or whatever it is might be that you want to bring to the board, usually, you know, especially if they're not answering questions, it ends up becoming just 3 minutes of a bitch session. That's what it becomes. So that does suck. Hey, Roy, how you doing? Good to see you, Star Z, Taz. If I missed anybody, Ugly Truckling. I think I got everybody. Kitty Kate, I saw you now. There you are. There you are. Got it. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. The chat goes by really quick for me sometimes.
We can move forward.
Can you have Medina make a copy?
Yeah, she here?
Yeah, I just saw her come out the door.
Yeah, Medina was in
She
the
can make a
office.
copy.
Yeah, Medina, can I have a copy of the
Well, maybe
agenda?
she
She
please?
got rid of her gold microphone. And others can give the speaker their time. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's true. I did. I did start
In the back, to the police officer in the back, is the metal detectors on?
Yeah, that right there is gonna
Okay.
be covered.
So,
tomorrow, so-
residents, for your safety and for our safety, we're gonna have people go through the metal detectors. You can stay.
Could you imagine that? They made them go through the metal detectors again. Made them go through the metal detectors again. Which put a delay on the meeting. All right. So taking their time. So 30 minutes in before they finally do something. All these people standing in the background on looking. Oh boy. All is bullshit. Yes, it is. Lots of chit.
So not sure why you did that. Are you okay with that? Well, you never.
There we go.
Okay, is it on now? Okay, sorry. Okay. It's always.
Yeah.
Time in your.
It's always
Chief
something.
Lacey, why weren't you here? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, they got a limiter on her.
There. Okay, well, you never know with more over there. I mean, that was petty. Just prove how petty you were. They had a legal rights meeting, and you shut off the mic. What did you think that was going to accomplish? The meeting still went forward. So, not sure why you did that. You're just so petty and unprofessional. How are you okay with that? How are you okay with yourself?
Nice. Tell them, sister.
Okay, I'll just repeat what she said. She said, on our tax dollars. I mean, why do you do that? Why do you think it's okay to do that? I mean, does your relationship camaraderie mean that much that you are okay with selling your soul? I mean, it's I just don't understand it. Stand around. I saw you on the way in. We had a brief talk. Just remember what we spoke about. I have faith in you for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I do. I do have faith in you. You know, one thing I told you, you're a cold stepper. You know, I like that about you. You're a small stepper, but do the right thing, Stan. Do the right thing. You have people around you that wants what's best for the people, not what's best for Tiffany.
She's just
Get off of that side and just do the right thing. That's all I'm going to say. I have faith in you. Okay. And I think that a lot of people want to give you a chance to do the right thing. Okay. We know it's in you. You're not cut from the same cloth as a William Moore. Okay. You have it in you. You have it in you. You know, Chief Lacey, like I said, you know, it's crazy the energy you bring. It's just so negative. These meetings without you were just
nice. Tell them.
Great, but it was just good not having you here. I mean, it was good not having that energy, your negative energy. It was so ironic. You know, it was raining when we came, and it was a rainbow in the sky. And I was like, you know, I looked at it. Someone else, I asked someone in line, had they seen it? They're like, yeah. They're like, maybe that's a good sign. I said, that's how I'm taking it. How could you not take a rainbow as a good sign? Ma'am, your time is up. Is it really? Okay. All right. Well, is there any? Are we speaking part two? All right.
My family then lived in this village for well over 30 years. I watched back in 1991, after they moved here in 88, my grandfather passed away in that home in Dalton. And just recently in October, I had to bury my grandmother. And the fact that I'm watching every day while I'm hauling hazardous materials, things that people need, and watching as this village being ran into the ground by this woman is pissing me off. I'm watching as this township is being ran into the ground by this woman. I'm watching as my alma mater, South Suburban College, a college that gave me a chance to go to college and be able to get my degree, being scammed by this woman.
Damn.
And all these things I take very personally indeed. I love this town. I love this township. I love my school. And I will be damned if I allow anyone, particularly you, ma'am, scam, destroy, run into the ground. And while you're sitting there with your thousands upon thousands of dollars, the people of this village, the people of this township, the students at South Suburban College,
Scary black man.
absolutely not.
Yeah, that is a man with
we're your
dignity.
trustees. sexually assault a woman and still sits on the board. He might not be here today because he's tired of hearing about it, but we're not going to be tired of saying it. Andrew Holmes assaulted a woman. He belongs in jail along with you, Ms. Henyard, and your wigs, because we don't know where the damn money's going. It's going to her wigs.
Officer,
Damn.
The fact that these police officers murdered Alexis Wilson and continue to walk the streets and police these streets is an abomination. Her name is Alexis Wilson. She was murdered by the Dalton Police Department. This is crap.
okay,
Leave this township.
his time is up.
Oh,
His time is
only
up.
3 minutes. I'm still counting.
Okay,
All right,
sir,
next
your time is up, sir.
Oh,
Okay, next person.
All right,
Sir,
sir,
just allow me.
sir, you're gonna be escorted out the building, sir.
No, I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll be right outside with
All
the
right.
rest of the people.
Okay. Officer, escort him out.
That's right. You tell
All
him.
right, is there anyone else? Anyone else want to?
You tell 'em. Damn. That is a man that is fired up. Woo. Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. So I wasn't gonna get up and comment just yet, but I just wanted to say that on the back of what he said, this is really ridiculous. As a disabled resident in this community, the fact that you would even make us get up out of our chairs after we've already sat down and got comfortable to even go back through a metal detector because you wasn't here on time to say that, oh, they should have been let in. No, you should have been here to let us in. If you wasn't here to let us in and we were let in, that's on you. You should have somebody as a backup because you're the chief, right?
That's right, Tess.
So why is it that all of the
That's
residents
so right.
have to go back
Hey,
out and
Boosh.
come back in and be humiliated for her?
You good to see you.
Because she's scared. What about us? What about our fears? What about our tax dollars? What about the rape that Andrew Holmes did or the sexual assault?
Come on. Get your head off the mic.
Don't tell my mic. Back on. Anyway,
Ma'am, if you're gonna
Yeah, I understand what he's doing. Sweetheart, get your hand off of the microphone because whenever you cup a microphone like that, I know you like to grip it really hard, but whenever you grip a microphone like that, you're yelling into it and it doesn't have a chance to, the diaphragm can't breathe and it will distort all like crazy. Like, yeah, stop yelling. Boosh, I have no idea what her disability is. It's a possibility that she may have like a broken back or broken legs, or I don't know. She might have corns. I don't know. It's not for me to question what her disability is. She doesn't even make any point. You can tell she's just yelling. Well, no, she's voicing her concerns the same the rest of these people are. They're quite upset with the way the city's been run. But yeah, it's hard for her to, disability is irrelevant. It is, but she's trying to make a point. If she would just get her hand off the microphone and step back and talk, she would be able to be heard much better. She just doesn't know.
talk, you're running out. Okay,
turn my mic off.
ma'am.
Your mic is working like this, so I can finish my time. Mute me. I got 50 seconds. So mute me. Mic. Because I'm going to say what I got to say. And the residents don't hear what I got to say. So whether you want to try and keep muting people and keep shutting people up, it's not working. And you can keep doing that. The mayor here unasked that seat. Because you definitely go unasked that seat. Your administration is definitely wrong.
Ma'am.
No. You can't
Unasked that
say
seat.
So you can't say anything. My mic. Why are you playing with my mics? So anybody else get up here and say what she want to hear, they might's not gonna go off. They might's not gonna go muted. But when I get up here and say something, my mics go off, my mics go muted because you don't want to hear the truth. That's all it is. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. And the truth is that y'all need to unask all the receipts and stuff down today. Wish the FBI is around the corner so they can come and raise this place because all of y'all deserve to go to jail. All of y'all.
Okay, her time is done. Her time is done.
All right, anyone else?
That was in 3 minutes. But yeah, you'll.
Good evening, residents, trustees. Hang on. One of those non-red.
Oh, yeah, they're muting her microphone too. Now, this guy that's operating the mixing board is muting people.
Clear, because you think you're clickbait. Not for Tiffany Henyard.
here for the village of Dalton. I am here for Henyard News. On record that I'm here to ask Andrew Holmes, did he sexually assault that woman? Did he drug her?
Ma'am.
Well, that's the FBI.
Talk, but if you're revoking your time.
Mr. Lacey, I would finish my time, sir, if you.
Oh yeah, yeah. The microphone's all jacked. Oh, sorry. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? And Nuss G because hugs do all. Well, thank you, Taz. I appreciate you so much, but I still like that. Unask that seat. FBI holler at me is the best of the Dalton meetings. I don't know what clock they're using, but it needs recalibrated. It's that I don't give a damn clock is what it is. That's exactly what it is. Thank you again, Taz. It's so nice of you. Billy Bob has no, here's the problem. They got a bad microphone, it's got bad reception, and they're trying to get it straightened out.
Would stop interrupting me.
Okay. Just keep talking.
I'm going to keep talking. All I have to say is this village deserves so much more than what it's getting. From an outsider looking in, y'all are being hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. And that's all I got to say, and there's nothing you can do about it.
There you go.
All right.
Short and sweet.
All right, who's next? All right.
Yeah. This guy.
Hello, everybody. I hope that all is well with everyone this evening, and if not, I hope it will be after this meeting. My name is Denasha Harrison. I've lived in Dalton for a little over a year. I've served my country for over 20 years in the United States Marine Corps, and I would like to thank everyone here for their service and the families that are attached to those who served. I've had my experiences dealing with affairs of other countries for the good of their people all over the world, making sure that their way of life was protected because of our values here in the United States of America. And I'd like to think that it's not only for the best interest of those countries, but
and Taz, they did use taxpayer money on the new microphones. The only thing is they didn't realize that Mr. Microphones, they stopped making those like in the 80s. These are all wireless microphones, so they're going to have issues. You know, the problem is they don't have the microphones EQ'd up. I mean, those are really nice microphones, but the guy that's running it is probably used to doing rap music and stuff where people grab a hold of the microphone and have it up in their face all the time. And someone told him, yeah, get this microphone. He has no compression on it. He has no EQ on it. And he doesn't have any sort of clip filters on it. So that's why he's having issues. He doesn't know how to run a mixing board.
but for the interest of ours as well.
Oh.
Although I'm originally from the west side of Chicago, Austin area, right? I decided to put down roots here in Dalton because this town lends to a certain peace that the west side could not provide for me. I believe that the residences of Dalton deserve better representation from its legislators, and that the people of Dalton and their leaders deserve to serve and be served in an environment that fosters better cooperation through legislation, communication, and transparency. I've seen what everyone else has seen through social media, and I've heard the voices around the village speaking of how they are frustrated with our legislative processes from both sides. I won't pretend to understand all the issues and battles that exist between the mayor and trustees beyond the clickbait or the motivation of the media outlets beyond the facts, but I do know that in the middle of it all, the constituents, the people of Dalton are in the middle of the dysfunction that is being displayed by the very ones who should be leading our village towards better resources, programs, activities, and fiscal transparency that can all be the benchmark that we build as a consensus around the things to propel this village forward. We should all be working on how to get to yes together by taking a this and that instead of a this or that approach. One thing that everyone has in common in this space is passion for the city of Dalton. Passion to do right by, the passion to tear down, but passion nonetheless. So I want to encourage the trustees, And the second administration to do whatever it takes to channel that passion towards getting to yes and encourage people to strike the right chord to come up with much needed solutions to our village and to support anyone in the legislative body, that's willing to do good for the people. And so I will support anyone who is willing to support the people. I would like to take these final seconds to announce my candidacy for trustee here in the village of Dalton. And I'm looking forward to meeting with any legislator that is willing to work with me as I embark on this endeavor. Sir, your time is up.
Congratulations. That's impressive. Man comes in, puts his hat in for to work as a trustee. Well spoken, has been working in the military. He knows how to talk with people. He seems to be able to communicate very well without yelling. It's not his fault that the microphone is jacked, but that's very cool. That's very cool. Now that's someone who's been there for a year and decides to step up. Exactly, Denise. That is, I like this guy. I like this guy. He's pretty impressive.
All right. Is that it? All right. That ends public comment. Next on the agenda is we have general announcements. So I'm gonna move it forward to do the swearing in so that we can allow the families to go and celebrate their loved one. If you would, we'll start with the fire department.
All right. So they got some swearing in that they're going to be doing. Let's see. I'll probably be skipping across some of this here just to make sure that we. Looks like they're doing some swearing in. The fire department. Congratulations on them. It's they're swearing these people in. Family is there. Mayor Henyard is there. I want to hear what he has to say. It seems like he has something to say. So let's see.
Also, we appreciate your service. So I'm gonna say you say aye.
Oh, he's just the swearing in portion. All right.
For the police lieutenant and the police and fire commission meeting was on Friday, but if we don't swear him in, he's over the time that he has been acting as that.
So they spoke and they.
So this guy right over here, if I'm not mistaken, this guy right here is her attorney. That is her attorney. So
A different day. So I just confirmed with
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. I just.
May I speak?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Trustee, he'll be on the next meeting, not this one.
yeah,
All right. Next on the agenda is village clerk's report.
never spend funds illegally. Yeah, that's right.
Good evening, everyone. My minutes will be on the board's special board meeting at another date, but tonight I would like to just talk about how our ordinance state that the department heads should submit a written copy of the report that they will present at the next board meeting. I should get a hard copy of that. I shouldn't translate their reports, and I'm just asking that we go back to how our ordinances are written and that each department head submit a copy of their report that they're going to report out on to my office so that it can be included with the
Yeah,
minutes.
I mean, she's trying to do her job.
And that's basically it for me. Thank you very much.
we like Zach.
Just
Guys, don't
to
be-
add clarity
don't be
to
messing with Zach.
Them having a report. If they have anything to give her office, they sure can do that. But as it relates to them saying things up here, because sometimes people will just talk about whatever else came to mind for their department. So her job as a clerk is to still add it in the minutes so that when people do for you the minutes, you have accurate minutes of what someone stated. Prime example, once the mayor department talks about something here in the
She
meeting.
loves to
my
hear
minutes,
herself
my
talk.
statements are never. I gave a whole times, and it's always said refer to the mayor's department, and I gave a whole report, but nothing gets typed. So I just want to point that out, and that's for the record.
Sweetheart, that's not how the minutes work. Okay. As much as you like to hear yourself ramble, no, Taz. Zach is not a sweetheart by any means, shape, or form. I will not have you search his good name like that and call him a sweetheart. No. Okay. In case you guys don't know, that's not how meeting minutes work. You don't type out every single individual word that a person says at meeting minutes. It's a rough draft of what happened for the meeting. Oh, jeez. But she doesn't understand this because, well, she's an idiot. Yep. See, I told you. Definitely not a sweetheart. Gotcha. See, I got you covered, man.
And I've
I'm
also
not gonna let
asked
him
clerk
besmirch you.
for all of the records from our village, which I still don't have to this day. I don't have any ordinances or anything. I've requested to view all records, which that's within my power to do, and I'm not able to get any records from the clerk as of today. So I don't have any record as it relates to an ordinance, a resolution, or anything so that I can review them and look at them and see what's needed moving forward. So that's for the record.
On to
Oh boy. So she's more of an idiot than I thought.
your comments.
It's not a back
So
and
for the,
forth.
well, it
It's
won't
not
be
a-
a back and
Hold on,
forth, but
it's
I
not
just
clerk.
need
Hold
to,
on, you don't
for
have the floor. You
clarification.
just said you want to follow rules. I didn't give you the floor. So my statement was my statement. I allow you to make your statement and we're
So,
going to move on.
You're not the only body here. I
Okay,
think you
clerk,
should
but you
respect
said
us and
I-
allow
I-
each
it's
of
not a
us
back and
to
forth.
speak.
It's not a back and forth. We're moving
And
on.
we have one
Next on the
department.
agenda-
Thank you,
next
Stacey
on the
Farrell,
agenda
who
is
faithfully
engineer
submit a report because he
Ron-
understands what the
Ron
law
Smith,
is.
you have the floor.
He understands what the law is.
Ron, you
And
have
I
the
am
floor.
the keeper of the records in case you guys don't know.
You have the
So the
floor.
records stay with me.
Thank you so
And
much.
I'm done. Thank you.
She didn't like it.
Good evening, Mayor,
Oh,
Madam Clerk,
man.
trustees, department heads, and residents for the Village of Dalton. This evening, I will give an update on the infrastructure projects that we are embarking on in the village. We will be doing a pavement rehabilitation project on 154th Street from Dorchester to MLK. That project will commence at the end of August. The second project, there's two projects in a phase one study. This will be done by the Illinois Department of Transportation. That's 142nd Street from Lincoln until the Bishop Ford Highway. The other project is Cottage Grove from Sibley Boulevard to 154th Street. Both of those projects, again, are in a phase one study phase with the Illinois Department of Transportation. So those projects will be bid out and funded by the Illinois Department of Transportation. We are current residents.
Okay.
The what project obtain any.
It don't matter. It could be you, whoever want to read it. If you don't want to read it, you can read it.
Okay.
Read it.
Yeah, so because we have received a few different ones, so I'll read the ones after confirm with some of the board that I believe everybody is comfortable with. The June 30th, 2024 corporate payments list. We have corporate payments on the electronic warrant list, $357,675.40. Water fund register payments, $349,365.11. Sewer fund payments, $1,395.02. Total payments on this list, $708,435.53. I motion that we approve the bills on this list.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion second. Any discussion? Call roll.
Trustee Belcher.
Now,
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
so as far as the clerk goes, this is what she needs to be paying attention to. Not what people are saying. All she has to do for meeting minutes, it depends on how their bylaws are set. All she has to do is note what time, note down what the vote was on, and note how many yays or nays if she does it that way, or she can vote. She can just write it in as that it was approved or denied, or how many yays and how many nays. But she doesn't have to dictate each one of what their vote was. But it also depends on their bylaws how they have those set up. But that's what she's doing right now. As you can see her, she's writing it down. So she's on top of it.
Aye. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes is absent and Trustee Norwood. Aye. Motion passed.
All right. Next on the agenda is there a motion to approve the AP warrant list? Is there a motion?
If I may, if I can read this one into record as well.
Yes. So these are what they're voting on here.
Corporate pay.
That has Otison's bills in it.
These are bills.
You saying the list just read?
Yeah.
A, B, and C.
So you want a motion to bundle?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Then motion second to bundles A, B, and C. And just for the record, for those that don't know what it is, motion to approve an ordinance amending the village credit card policy. B, a motion to approve an ordinance declaring a village credit card spending freeze. And C,
Oh, here it is. This is the spending freeze right here. Yeah. Tiff don't want anything that she's up to. I know. Yeah, they're passing a spending freeze on their credit cards.
a motion to approve a settlement of Williams versus Dalton in amount of $30,000. Call roll.
Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed to
All right.
bundle
Now,
items A, B,
is there a
and C.
motion to approve items A, B, and C?
So moved.
Is there a second? Been a motion and second, any discussion?
Yes, if I
All
may.
right, go ahead.
A and B, we talked about just for a little bit more clarity on the credit card spending changes as well as freeze. Essentially, it would only allow for the Director of Administrative Services to use the credit card only on items that the board approves, and it puts a cap on any transaction of $5,000. There was consideration on completely cutting it off, but there are some bills that must be paid. Well, it's most convenient to be paid with a credit card. It causes great tears, so we did not want to put the staff into a much more difficult place. So we wanted to put in some safeguards that can be reasonable for day-to-day activities while still acknowledging some of the challenges we feel are with the credit card spending. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, and that right there. Okay, it's 100 degrees. Time to go for a run. You'll be listening. Awesome. Listen away. Trustee Putnam, Trustee Proctor, Trustee Williams. You're welcome, Cynthia. I don't want to ruin Zach's reputation. Yeah, this is very important for them because but also in a bad way, because once they start looking at those credit card expenditures, what they were finding is they were going into Target and spending even numbers. So the credit card charges would be exactly 300, exactly 100, 200, 500, exact zeroed out numbers, which is really hard to do unless you're buying gift cards. Gift cards, you buy the gift card, it's $100 and that's it. Like ribeye, your fisherman friend who is now on a run. On a run. Yes, there you go. You're awesome, Wallace lady. Thank you.
Colorado.
Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed to
All
approve
right,
A,
next
B,
on
and
the
C.
agenda
I'm
is
still
discussion and
talking.
consider.
I'm still talking, Mayor.
You said motion passed.
I was still talking
Okay, go
when you
ahead.
started talking. And I'm just saying motion was approved to approve items A, B, and C. Thank you.
All right. Next,
Just wanted to
discussion and
get through that.
consideration to approve the sale of the village property located at 14900 Greenwood, Melanie Fitness Center. All right, this discussion. Any discussion?
I make a motion.
A motion to,
Okay, so we're discussing it.
it's a discussion.
Okay, so I am the one that placed this on the agenda. And the reason that I placed this on the agenda after having a meeting with Casperic's office, Lauren, who is one of the account holders of ours. Everyone know that we are strapped for cash. And the village of
Buying
Dalton
gift
has
cards
a
is not good.
Melanie Fitness Center that is not being occupied. We see it used for events and parties and everything else. There was a Dalton Police sign placed on it, but we do not have the funds to make it a Dalton Police Department. So I am asking that we move forward to try to see if we can put this property on the market.
Wow.
All right, any discussion?
Okay, you go ahead.
I was just going to say
Yeah,
that in the
she
very
does
beginning,
young.
maybe our first year here, I remember myself and Trustee Brown put on the agenda to sell it. And when we, Tammy Brown, for clarification, right? We asked that we move forward with an appraisal. So our goal for the last 3 years, as a community, we want to be able to put properties back on the tax roll and actually benefit, because the more people that pay taxes in our community, the better. So we've been asking, and the time has come so that we can try to occur some of these expenses that they have been putting on the village. So that's a goal, to try to offset spending. Thank you.
All right, anyone else?
Yes, I'd like to speak on that. At this time, I really hate to give up Melanie. That's a nice area, nice facility for us to hold on to. And I'd like us to have a little more discussion on what else could we possibly do with that. Is there some type of way we can save it instead of us going into the real estate business selling that? That's a nice piece of property. So if we can get some further discussion on that down the line.
So maybe we should propose that we have a cow meeting, and then that way we can discuss it with the residents like we would normally supposed to do, so that we can involve the residents.
Well, here's the thing. If you're trying to sell a nice piece of property that's held by your city, that means that you can raise a good amount of money by selling the property. You can also get someone to create stipulations on what that property can be used for. You know, if you're wanting the building to be occupied, then you can set it up where this can only be occupied. It won't be torn down for a period of X amount of years. And maybe that makes the property even more valuable around it. Or if you want to have the building torn down, you want to sell the property, and you want a specific thing built there, whether it be an apartment complex or something like that, you can put those in stipulations. It's a lot to do, but you can do it. So I don't know why they haven't. It's so weird.
And have this discussion, because ultimately it is a discussion that we're all supposed to make. But as trustees, our goal is to look at finances and see how we can financially benefit. So at this moment, it's just costing us and costing us and costing us. Even that sign on it.
Don't be worried about how you can financially benefit. Look how you can start bringing in tax dollars back into your city. Okay. A sale is a short term. Sale is short term. Okay. And I'll say this from a city that I know of really well. Sale is short term, very short term. I mean, you're basically going to get the cash for it. What you're looking at is on down the road. If you make the property viable where you can start collecting taxes on that property, you're looking at thousands of dollars for that property every year forever. And as the property value goes up on it, the taxes, the amount of taxes that you will receive will increase. Okay. And those taxes can be used to revitalize your city. If you're not using those taxes to revitalize your city, you run it into the ground because you get crooked people like Henyard in there that are misappropriating the funds and using it as their own personal checking account. So this is something that you look at the short term, get it back where it's usable property. Once it's usable property, you're getting that tax revenue that comes in. I mean, you get the initial sale, but this is very short-sighted of these people to be looking at it as, oh, we can make a lot of money off of it. Yeah, so you sell it for $1 million. What does that do for you that year? You got $1 million. What about the next year? What if they don't pay their taxes on it? Then you're stuck with a piece of property that's halfway done. And you want that. This is how cities and communities are built, is using those tax dollars to reinvest back into your city. Say you find another building that's dilapidated. You go in there, you spend the money, you pay somebody to go in, tear it down, scrape the land, whatever needs to be done to make it viable to be able for somebody to build on. If not, turn it back into farmland. Let your community grow, turn it into a community garden, plant trees, whatever you need to do, revitalize it. I mean, this is why whenever you had all of the, Detroit go to crap, is because they were tapping into it. They were using all of their money, all of their tax dollars were going to pay out pension funds for people that no longer even lived in the city, because they had their pension funds all set up. And I've never managed a city, but damn, this is pretty damn good common sense. Like I said, they're very short-sighted on these things.
That was about $50,000. We can't continue to spend money when we're here today trying to make a transfer just so we can pay the bills. It's unfair. It's a lack of prioritizing, and it makes no sense. Right now, we are bleeding. This village is bleeding. If these residents knew the truth, they'd hit the roof. So with that being said, I'm up for the discussion, but I'm ultimately thinking that we should bring it from the residents and see how we can make it more cost affordable for the entire community.
Okay, long as you open for that discussion. So we can sit down and talk.
I like it, Trustee
Okay,
Brown.
I just want to add on to that. Not only, it's also a liability. If no one is aware it's not actually a police station, people would actually go there thinking that it is a police station. So if I'm in a frenzy and someone is chasing me and I go there for the police station, well, guess what? It's not a police station. So that's also a great liability. In the meantime, as it's sitting there, maybe the sign should be covered as well. So you don't give people that false narrative that it's a police station, and it's not a police station. Again, the bag is empty, y'all. We've been saying that forever. It's dried out. You got to bring some type of revenue into
That
this.
sounds like a personal sex problem to me, but
So we got to try to bring some type of funding. If it could be sold, if it could be salvaged, what could we bring there? And again, I agree with Trustee Norwood. Have a meeting, see what the residents want to do. Again, this is our community. It's not my community. It's our community. So we need to get residents involved as well.
yeah, get off your high horse and
Okay. So as relates to Melly Fitness, I still believe it should be a
here's the thing. You can really attract some investors if you stop acting fools. Like all of them. Detroit needs more housing. No, it doesn't. They have plenty of housing. Just nobody wants to live there. What's up, Wesley? Good to see. Good to see you. No, this is something that these trustees should be considering. Each member of these trustees, each one of these should be considering how can they present themselves, stop the little bickering back and forth. Henyard with her corrupt spending. I understand it is all about stabbing each other. Like, you see who can crawl to the top of the heap. But if you get over your pettiness, like Mr. House there, from what I can gather, he's pretty damn chill. He sits back, he listens, he's very aware of what's going on, as does Stanley. They seem to be paying attention. The women there just are backbiting towards each other. This is not how you want to present yourself if you're looking for investors to come in. You should always conduct yourself absolutely professional if you're in one of these situations. And they've not been able to do that, especially Henyard. Yeah, you have too many homeless. The homeless has nothing to do, Taz, with the housing shortage. Trust me, it has nothing to do with that.
police station. Our goal is to turn it into that. The board see fit that they would like to sell the property. I still think the people should have a say-so on that. I know when we did put the sign up, a lot of residents was happy that the police station was closer on Sibley and then that they can get the calls a lot faster. So my goal is still to do that. And what people not telling you is it is in a TIF district. That's where that police station sits at. And then also when they purchased the sign, Chief Lacy, what account did it come out of? Because when they tell you stuff, they'll tell you where.
What is up, expert? Good to see you. What do you got going on tonight, brother? You doing a stream later? If you are, let me know. I'll forward people over to you. Let me know. I'll send you on. I'll send them on to you after I'm done.
What account, how they was able to afford a sign and turn it into a police station. It's different accounts. It did not come out to the general fund or nothing like that. But they have to educate you before they just send you off and tell you something to make it sound as though it's bad. And then before you start, Chief Lacy, another thing, we could have been using that area for the longest. I've tried several times to put it on the agenda to allow them to fix the pool so that now the community could utilize it because it's been sitting there.
Wednesday?
And we pay for it just to sit there. And we
Oh, that's right. You do that's right. Expert does the what do you call it? The coin pushers. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He always does the coin pushers on Wednesdays. Yeah, I always forget. I'm gonna have to send everybody over there after we're done here.
We could have been giving swimming lessons to all the people in the community, but these are the things that I fight for.
But you have to have sweetheart. That's not how it works. You don't just give swim lessons to everybody in the community. Okay. First of all, you have to have a place where you have a pool. Okay. Next, you have to staff that facility. That costs money. You have to have water in the pool. That costs money. All of these things cost money. You know, having these big pipe dreams of all the things that you want to do, your wish list to do, all cost money. I think she's failed to recognize that that's what her problem is. These things cost money, and she's screwing around with her money by spending it on gift cards.
In Dalton, not just get up here and say, hey, today I just want to sell melodies. Why? It's been sitting there for 3.5 years. So why now you just want to sell melodies? Every time we come up with a plan, it's always somebody, excuse me, guys, if you could, for 1 minute. You got to hear both sides. So please, for 1 second. So,
all right, calm down.
So
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying
Thank
to
you.
you guys is that we would like to see a police station there. We have 2 fire departments, 2 stations. So now we would like to do the same as relates to one is right here on Park and the other was off of Sibley. That's what we would like to do with the property. The board has to learn how to come and speak to that as relates to what we can do it together, because that was the plan all along. Now, if you could tell them how we pay for the
Lady,
sign.
stop stagger
Thank you,
breathing.
Madam Mayor. The sign was paid for out of asset forfeiture. We have a state and a federal. It was recently brought to one of my commander's attention that said that our asset forfeiture was dried up. Our asset forfeiture is not dried up. We still utilize our asset forfeiture, and money is still being put into asset forfeiture. That being said, that's what that money was used for that. I also learned that there is in the TIF district where, guess what, it can be paid for. It's strategically, that would be a perfect location for it because our police station we have right now, we're pouring a lot of money into it. We need a new location. We already did the blueprints from a licensed firm to where they went in, mapped everything out. It can be shown to you if you FOIA it or if the trustees want to see it. But to let that building go other than what it should be used for, then I think it'll be a big mistake. I think the residents of Dalton deserve the south side, along with the west side and east side of Dalton, deserves that location as far as police officers. We would have had it up by now, but again, this is what we're going through as far as trying to get it done. That information that was given said that it wasn't able to become a police station. Yes, you have companies that do come out and transform buildings into police stations that have been used for something else.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And then as it relates to the signage, what we did in the past is we put blockage up so people couldn't enter the lot, so people weren't confused.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
pol-
Yeah, we know.
We need to sell it. If you want to get outside, we'll sell you too. But right now, right now, you don't tell me what's out of order and what's not in order. We're not doing that today. You are out of order. So right now, anything that we have asset on and that we can touch that's owned by the village needs to be sold.
Yes.
All right. So with the, go ahead.
Trustee, I'm just going to say this. You came over to the police department to find out facts.
Go ahead.
If I may, without going back and forth. I apologize if you think I am. However, you came to find out facts. Right after that, you put something out saying, and it was told to my commander that our asset forfeiture was dried up. Now, if you made the statement, then
I did, because I asked you how much was in it, and I told.
Yeah, I was going to cover it, but if you want to come on here, we can switch up some gears and cover that stuff too. Big night for the Hales tonight. I've heard some of it. What do you guys want to hear more about what the Hales is going on? Is that what you want to hear? Because I can make that happen. One's in the chat if you want to hear what the Hales news. Two's if you want to continue on with what's going on with this one here. You tell me. You tell me, chat. What would you like to cover? One's in the chat. One there. Got one there. Yes. Oh, Cynthia wants to hear about what the Hales. Taz is like wants to continue on here. What do we got? What do we got? One. We've got, there's 31 of you folks in here. 2, Roxanne wants to continue on where we're at. Yeah, we're pretty tied up. We are pretty tied up. My mom always told me, finish what you started. Exactly. It used to be young. I just making sure, but yeah, if I have time tonight, we'll cover it. We will cover it. So it's going to be a pretty quick and easy one. But I was hoping to cover this one here because this just happened day before yesterday. I was going to cover this yesterday, but I was not top of my game. So
Hold on, let them finish.
Yeah. Also, you probably talked to the account trustee, but the accountant didn't give you what was in that account. And the reason why is because that's money that nobody can touch, just the police department for police incidents. What I'm saying is, trustee, I get it, I understand it about everything that's going on. But right now, strategically, like I said, that would be a perfect location. If you guys are going to talk about it, great. Talk about it instead of shutting it down right now. But we need another police station in another location in Dalton, so that way the citizens can be serviced. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you for your comment.
Okay, so yes, it could be a community center and a police department. So our plan for that building was to allow residents to utilize the pool for free and then have a police station on the other side. The plans that they drew up as relates to the company that came out and showed us what it can possibly be was it divided a line between police station and the pool. That way, community can still have it as a community center to allow kids to learn how to swim. That was the whole plan
So
for
they
it. Still is
changes
the
it
plan
to
for the
two.
building, regardless of people saying something needs to be told. We have to learn how to come together and figure a way how to keep things like that in our community. I know that Mayor Shaw built that for his daughter. So when he built that building, it was in a community forever. So when we try to get away different things, we should kind of take a step back and say, hey, we probably can make haste with this and make sure that it works for our kids, because our kids is everything. But yet we have to give them an opportunity to be able to learn how to swim, be able to learn how to do different things that they go to another community to do. Because just like other people, all our kids go in another community, give them our tax dollars, and then basically they are winning and we're not. But yet we sell everything to somebody else. Then we get upset with what somebody brings to our community and build. We have to start investing in self as relates to our village first. Self. We have to do that, guys. And all I'm trying to do is just show you guys a different way instead of just saying, hey, I just want to get rid of it. It's another way to do everything.
Oh, Toy. There will be a stream going about books. So somebody, one of you wonderful people out there, got me 3 books off the Amazon list. 3 books. So we're going to be reading these, not tonight, but we're going to be reading these. We got Linda's Tight Clam Needs Loosening, A Boatload of Semen, Mike Hunt, Smells Like Fish. So we've got 3 books that came in. I don't know who was responsible for this, but thank you so much. It was Nunya. That was the name on the list, was Nunya. So we will be doing those at a later time. Not today, but we will be doing them. Whoa, yeah. And we're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna have a good time doing this. I'm still debating whether I'm going to do them as a video or do them live, because doing them live, they're pretty short books. I mean, they're nice and quick. Let's see. I'm looking. We've got. I mean, one is and of course, we'll. I think it's like 10, 15 pages. The other one's like 20 pages. So they're short books, but they're made to be fun. Got a couple of people upset on Tug's channel because I stayed at a couple of truths that they didn't like. You got a couple of upset on Tug's channel because you said you stayed at a couple of truths that they didn't like. Yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Everything, but we have to put our heads together and come up with the best way for the community. All right, I'm done with it. Next.
Excuse me, since we are still in discussion, could you all get us the numbers? I know you all keep saying where the people told you all regarding the build out. No one discussed that with us, right? So if you could give us the information in regards to the amount, the cost for the pool and the entire total, because I keep saying piece.
Oh, really? Gringus is officially under investigation by the Arizona bar. That's good news too. Yeah, I know what you meant, Toy. You vote that Yamaha reads, or I have a story. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is there's, like I said, whenever it comes along in a flood of information. So we'll continue on here. We'll be fine.
Pieces and pieces. A deposit for $50,000 for the pool, then it's $34,000 on there. Can you come up with a total number for the pool, and then an entire number for the amount of reconstruction to transform the fitness center into a police station? Because when I was a member there just a few years ago, I can't picture how we would knock all of those lockers down on that side and we do all that. So if you could just give us
I'll check that out.
That would help with our discussion and make a decision.
We don't have a problem with giving you amount, but this is why sometimes people have to follow the leader, because sometimes the leader is the visionary. It is what it is. It is what it is. The leader is the visionary. Sometimes people can't see down the tunnel. So sometimes this is why people follow people. So I'm just throwing that out there because everybody got an opinion. You just said I can't see.
Thank you, man.
How it will look. So all I do is just try to tell you what the vision would possibly be. And then as it relates to the pools, we put the pools on there every single board meeting, guys. If you go back and watch the tapes, on every single board meeting, it tells you the amount of the pool. And you guys take it out and never pay to fix the pool. The pool would have been up and running by now. It's been hot as ever outside, and the kids would have loved to just cool off and have something to do. And then also learn how to swim. I don't know why I keep telling y'all that. You know, the number one thing that we don't know how to do is swim. So what we have.
What is she talking about? One of the what the hell mods was harassing you on other people's channels, calling you a hater. Well, you know, don't stress it. Don't stress it. Also, you know who your audience is going to be. You know, that's the thing. You know, sometimes it's best not to say anything at all. Sometimes it is, but it will get chat excited. That's for sure. No, that's somebody else's handle, if I'm not mistaken. That's Tramp Stamp Esquire. Or is that you? I don't think that's you. No, that's not you. Yeah, that's somebody else posting it. But that is a pretty good handle. Oh yeah.
Have to do is teach our kids how to swim, and I mean that. So I just want people. Okay, guys, this is between.
Yeah, I had to interrupt her racist rant.
No, y'all have to come down. You're here to listen to what we have to say. Oh, I know how to swim, know that. So that's why I keep pushing it, because my parents put me in swimming lessons. So I want our kids to have the same things that I had growing up in this community. Because for those that don't know, it was an in-ground swimming pool here in the village of Dalton. For those that don't know the history, learn the history, and you'll understand why I keep fighting for certain things, which is a pool for the kids. But everybody don't got the same dreams as I have as it relates to the vision for the village of Dalton. So moving on, because we got several other things to go on.
No, the two gentlemen to the left of the mayor are her the one closest to her is her personal attorney, because she's hired him to handle all of the questions that are being asked of her. She doesn't feel the need to answer these questions. Also, she puts her foot in her mouth every time that she does. So this guy is there to answer the media, basically. She is under federal investigation, and they've taken away their ability to just willy-nilly spend on their credit cards. That's what one of their votes was on this meeting.
Is that it? Did anybody want to make a motion, or was it just your discussion?
It was for discussion, but if we can make a motion to move this to the committee of the whole meeting and actually have a committee of the whole meeting so we can go into further discussion.
Okay. And did you want to bundle up the second one with that, or what?
Yes, I can bundle up.
Okay.
E.
All right. So she
which
has a
is
motion. Is that second?
D and E.
The motion is second. Colorado.
Yes. Are we bundling D and E before we
Yes,
take the motion?
D and E.
Okay. Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion approved to bundle items D and E.
All right. Next on the agenda is discussion and approval of sale of unapproved purchases.
Okay. So once again, after speaking with the accounting person and going over the financial status of the village, in 2021, October of 2021, the board approved a fleet for cars through Enterprise. We learned of other vehicles, 3 Tahoes, and I believe a Ford Expedition through First Governmental Leasing. I am suggesting for discussion, because right now, looking at the warrant list and the leases, we spend roughly, it started in 2022, December 2022, all of 2023, and we're in the middle of 2024. We've spent almost $250 some odd $1,000 on these vehicles. If we keep the lease for the 5 years, which is 60 months, we would be spending $718,000. That's with the cost of and interest. We cannot afford that. So I'm asking that we look into the legal ramification of returning the vehicles, because most of them were signed without proper authority anyway. So my discussion is to place this for committee of the whole, so move forward and looking to see how we can return those 3 Chevy Tahoes and 1 Expedition.
Ooh. I did conceal your paid membership because they blocked me from their channel, but had no problem taking your money. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty crappy. A lot of people will do that though on channels. Uh, they'll take your money even if you disagree with them. You know. But I will be covering the what the hell stuff also.
We can definitely discuss it because I don't have any information as it relates to what you're stating. Because you throw a lot of things up here that don't be true.
It's simple.
And giggle tits.
All you have to do is multiply.
That's your problem. You like to talk when others talk. Let me get it out. I was quiet while you said everything you want to say. Now let me get mine out. You say things up here that's not true all the time, trustee, and that's not fair to the department heads, the residents, or myself. So I would like to get clarity of it, and this is why I told Trustee House that you guys should put a synopsis together, and you guys should tell us what it is that you're looking for. So when we come to a meeting, everyone's prepared, everyone has documentation, and everyone can answer the questions for you. But you guys come to a meeting, you just throw something up here, and then you just think people should know the answer, and they don't even have whatever you're talking about in front of them. We talked about this at the last board meeting. So I'm asking the same thing once again, because other than that, it's just gonna be a back and forth. We put on a show, all the cameras in the back, and nothing gets accomplished. So I'm asking you guys that if it's something you're looking for, because I don't have this, and I don't even know what you're talking about, to even respond to you, to say, hey, this is the lease, this is what happened with the lease. I couldn't respond because I don't have that in my possession. So I'm fine with putting it on the next meeting to discuss it further once we get more clarity to what it is you're looking for.
Okay, thank you so much. I just would like to say for clarity, since you said that I give a lot of false information, it's simple math. I know how much $149,000 times 5, it's simple math. So that's fine. I'm fine. I just want to make sure that we do approve it to go to discussion because those are things that we need to move forward and return.
Right. And just for everybody, crystal clear, y'all know we have a ton of vehicles as it relates to police department, fire department. Y'all know that. So it amazes me how you come and y'all do clickbait and point out some things and say, hey, I want to return this, I want to return that. And there's several different things that happen in this village. But that's why I said you have to get clarity before y'all put something on the agenda so that we're not going back and forth just to kick the can down the road to say, hey, we're going to talk about this at another meeting. So we're going to put it on here. But we still got to talk about it later. We still didn't discuss anything because there was nothing given. All I'm saying to you guys is I don't like to waste time. We come to a meeting and we waste time. Nothing get accomplished because it's just something on the agenda and you still didn't get your answer and we still just went back and forth for nothing. That is my point.
Woman, shut up. Just shut up. She does this stagger breath where she takes quick breaths and then she just continues talking and she won't shut up until she just has everything said out that she needs to say. She'll just continue on like this no matter what anybody says. And she just doesn't run out of air because she's taking these little stagger breaths and she does it so often that it's really annoying. And she thinks that everybody can understand what she has to say because everything that she says is supposed to be heard. And if you don't hear me, then you're not understanding a single thing that I said about my red shoes, green shoes, blue shoes, orange shoes, pink shoes, red shoes, green shoes, orange shoes, red shoes, purple shoes, everything, every kind of shoe, that my hair, my wig, my weave, everything's going to be right there where it needs to be. This is the problem with her, that she doesn't stop ever. She's got some serious insecurity issues.
Synopsis, please. Thank you. Moving forward. Okay. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Thanks, Taz.
Is there a motion second? Colorado.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right. Next on the agenda is discussion of current fines.
Current fines.
I add this on the agenda and I guess it's between the banks and the landlords and the homeowners in regards to the fines.
Okay. Well, I pray that we're not doing that. I pray that it's definitely going to the bank. So we were looking
No,
to
it's
that.
not.
This goes back to what I was just saying. We put stuff on the agenda. We can't give you answers currently because no one knows what you're looking for. You just put village fines. That could be anything from a ticket to garage address missing. But no.
All right, sweetheart. Here's the thing. Con artists talk fast that talk fast so that they can keep you unbalanced. Exactly. Oh, someone's feelings are hurt. Don't take my car. Mayor, that's just because you're corrupt. Exactly. See, here's the issue that she has. And it's really important to notice that she doesn't know how a board meeting is supposed to be run. Okay. So on an agenda, you can have inside that agenda a little more detail about what your proposal is. Usually whenever you're bringing something in front of a board, okay, and so she's right with this. Tiffany is correct with this. If you're going to present something to the board, you want to have all your ducks lined out. You want to have all of the information there. Okay. Let's put it this way. It's like trying to pass a bill. Okay. If you're going to pass a bill, you don't want to have 500 pages of the bill. You want to have a brief synopsis of what the bill is supposed to do. The pros, the cons, everything that you can possibly put in there, and give a short summary of what it is about in that packet. Okay. Then they can take that and they can present that to the whole board. So the whole board has a chance to look over that information. For example, whenever we have a board meeting, we are the staff, council for this particular entity. We put together all of the information that the board needs to know. The pros, the cons, it's up to them to make the decision. We come in as basically just a presenter of this information. It gives them a who, what, why, when, where, how. And what that does is you're able to then present that to the entire board. You put it in a packet for the board. The board has opportunity to look it over. Whether they want to or not, that's entirely up to them. One, it shows that you know what you're doing. You're paying attention to the issue. You're not just doing it out of spite. And second, that it does, it gives them the information that they need to know. So if they have further questions, they can present those at a board meeting. So like I said, Tiffany is right in this. If you're going to present something to the board, have something put together that gives everyone on the board a chance to read it through. And then they can make a decision on it at that point. But their lack of being able to do this is what's made it so difficult, because they're too interested in giving that "I gotcha" moment. Don't do that. Don't do that with if you're ever on a board. That's not the way to present something to a board. You want to present something to the board, it wants to be very, very clear of what you're trying to accomplish. No different than we need to sell these vehicles back. We need to get those taken back to wherever it was they come from, because they're costing us too much money. So we need to work that out. And here's my proposal of how we do it. Here's how we go about doing this. This is what's going to happen whenever we do. This is going to be the end result. That way the board can make an informed decision on what they're voting on. So Tiffany's not wrong in this. The board has made it a little bit difficult for them. It's just to make me smile. Well, thank you, Taz. I appreciate you. If the trustee's smart, she would have leasing papers ready to give them. That too. Absolutely. She would have the leasing papers. She would have all of that information in there. And all they have to do is just say, all right, we're ready to move forward on this. And it would only be the trustees and the board chair that would be able to handle this. But alas,
no one was specific in what it is that they're looking for. So we just need you guys
Correct.
to let the department heads know what you're looking for. So when we come to a meeting, we're better equipped, and we got to kick the can down the road again to have another meeting that we should have got resolved today if people would have told us what they're looking for. So I'm definitely fine with going over this and clearing it up. But also, you guys have to take responsibility for not paying vendors their money for the high grass. The high grass is scattered through our community. Y'all know we have over 400 vacancies, and y'all know that Public Works cannot cut all the vacant properties. And you guys have to work better at coming up with a plan, because right now we don't have it as it relates to from you. You guys come here, you dictate and tell us what you guys want us to do, but there's no plan in place from the board that wants to tell us how to run the day-to-day, which I keep telling y'all, y'all legislate, y'all not govern the day-to-day operation. But I just wish you guys would pay people their money so that they can come out and cut the high grass.
Thank you, Mayor, for that. So it's just, and this is just for the record at this point, this is for the residents. I find it interesting that she continues to act as if she does not know what we're referring to. And we talked about the leases. I wasn't going to say anything, but you signed them. So if you signed the leases, how are you unaware of the leases in which we are referring to? It's the smoke and the mirrors. I sit here and I said, you know,
I agree, but Tiffany is still right. Okay. The smoke and the mirrors, as if you don't know what leases. No, of course she knows what leases you're talking about, but you are supposed to be coming to her with a proposal that she can either look at, agree with, or disagree. And then on top of that, you get her on the record of disagreeing with it. It works both ways. Works both ways. I know you don't trust her with any money, but like I said, works both ways. Trustees, get your head out of your ass. Stop doing the backbiting bullshit and show her corruption. You got to be smarter than her.
Well, Lord, I was going to let it go. But you were the one who brought it to us to increase the fines. So if we had a cow meeting, and this is for the residents, right? Because you keep saying, the trustees this, the trustees that. Let's, just so you all know, there's a thing called checks and balances. That's why we're all up here, right? So we really shouldn't even have to go back and forth with who knows what. The goal is for you to run it past
But you
the board,
do.
which is us here, to tell us what you're doing and then us approve it. What you've been doing is you do everything on your own. And then when we revert it back and say, hey, no, you weren't supposed to do that, you sit here and say, oh, I don't know what you all are referring to. I mean, I have to get back to you on that. Let's stop doing that. Let's have the meeting. Again, I would like to set it forth so that we can have cow meetings. Let's go back to having 2 meetings per month like we're supposed to in our ordinance.
There you go.
And that'll prevent a lot of this, you acting as if you don't know. Because if we all have this conversation.
So what I don't understand is, as much as she's been coming in asking for, well, I'm not seeing any ordinances, I'm not seeing any of what I can or can't do, then every single meeting you show up with the book of ordinances and you hand it to her. If you need to, have it shipped over to her in banker boxes. Have her sign on the dotted line. Have them certified. Have them sent over by courier where you've got the receipt. Come on. Like I said, you've got to be smarter than Henyard. This is how she's getting you guys and making you look like fools. If the trustees are smart, they should be. The trustees are playing checkers when they need to be playing chess. Exactly. Exactly, Mickey D. They need to be paying closer attention to the shenanigans that they're pulling. Like if you want to come, if you want to go after the leader, you better be willing to go all the way with it. Like, and I mean, show the receipts. If you're trying to bring someone down like this and you're trying to get them under control, you bring the receipts of all of it. You say, listen, we've got this right here. You keep asking for the ordinances. Here's your stack of ordinances. You keep asking for the meeting minutes. Here's your stack of meeting minutes. Have them sent to her where she has to sign on the dotted line that she received them. Or if she denies service, then you can show that she denied service. Listen, we tried to get these to your office and you didn't sign for it. You didn't receive service and you refused to accept it. So it's on you now. And then you have the receipt to back it up. But they're like I said, like, was it Mickey D says the trustees are playing checkers because they're doing a bunch of backbiting bullshit and they need to stop.
With the residents, they'll know, we'll know, and you'll know. This is a team effort. It's Team Dalton, not a one-man band. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay,
Stop
so
acting like
what I truly believe, trustee,
I know.
is that you in particular want to decrease the fines because you got tickets on your house for the high grades. Your bushes won't cut, your grass won't service, right? So you remind me of Trustee Valerie Stubbs.
Thank you, my mama.
That put in an ordinance because she didn't want to pay fines on her rental properties. It's the same thing. You got to only pick and choose things.
And see, you know, she's winning the battle, but as soon as she opens her mouth, it's that backbiting stuff that she just cannot just go, okay, and move on. That's it. It's backbiting bullshit.
Things that's beneficial to you guys that affect you. But you were talking about this a month ago. You were talking, please.
I did not know that.
You're going to be remote. You cannot just talk.
I did not know that. I did not know that she broke into offices and took a lot of paperwork. That'll get you in trouble.
You will be removed. And again, Valerie Stubbs, ex-trustee right there, her. She do things for self. So back to what I'm saying. You have to do better. You have to do better than what you're doing. Okay, you out of order. You need to remove her. Remove her. Remove her. Y'all cannot be that out of order. Like, come on now. Come on. Come on. Even if you don't like somebody, you can't be that out of order. You have to remove her. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. Because you just too out of order. Please leave.
Too out of order? You out of order or
goodbye.
not?
You are out of order. Goodbye.
Oh.
You are out of order.
See, if you want to avoid this, silly.
Okay, goodbye.
That
Valerie
was
Stubbs,
silly.
you need to exit. Valerie Stubbs, you need to exit.
Okay, come on.
Come on, go out. Come on. Come on. Hey, bro, you got nothing to do with you. The meeting ain't about to be over, so you cannot shut down the meeting. Ma'am. You can continue. You just said you called her out of order. That was out of order. You called her name. That was out of order. I called her out her name. I did not. You shouldn't have called her name at all.
Called her name.
You should have said it's time to go. It's time to keep going on with the meeting. It's time to exit.
The meeting will be shut down.
The meeting is not going to be shut down. All she got to do is exit. The meeting. Goodbye. 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 You can exit. You can exit.
Oh boy. What a mess. What a mess. She locked city workers out of their offices. Yep. And those are the kind of things that you let her do. And you constantly bring her in. You bring her to task for that. See, you constantly bring her to task on those kinds of things, but this is not the place to do it. See, this is the place not to bring her on task. Yeah, the mayor's out of order. Yeah, absolutely. Is this the mayor who had her car repoed today? I don't know if it's a possibility. Maybe Henyard did. We'll see. We'll see. I'll look into that. Oh yeah. No, it's the police cars that got repossessed by the bank. Okay, that's what you're thinking of. It wasn't just her car. It was the police cars that they were talking about earlier. They had like a Lincoln Town Car, Lincoln Navigator, some like Tahoes or some crap like that. She has one for repo. No, Sir Frank Otter. This is the police cars. Here, I'll pull up what looks like. Nate the lawyer went over it, and that was like 5 months ago, February 16th, 2024. There are no Dalton vehicles being repossessed. Lacey told trustees as Henyard took on the village meeting February 5th. Dysfunctional mayor leading to 5 months ago. Dalton cars repoed due to mayor. So those are all old ones. Those are like 5 months ago. So, but yeah, that's possibly the one. But also one embezzled by city funds. Well, possibly. Yeah, that could happen also. If it happened, I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, being disruptive isn't going to get you anywhere.
Still discussing on the phone.
Yeah. Right. So he said. So I just made clarity. She said that you. I'm not finished with it. No, I know. Let me just get it out. She said. You said nobody motion.
No, we're still discussing.
Okay, I know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Okay.
I want to touch bases on that.
Hold on 1 second, Trustee Brown, before you finish. I was in the midst of referring to something she and I were kind of having before we interrupted.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, can we get this meeting, because we behind.
Go ahead.
We lost out from the last meeting. We still.
Trustee, unfortunately, until this young lady gets off, the meeting can't.
Gentlemen, can we?
Fighting stuff.
Mayor, can you please order them to? No, if y'all want to go over y'all stuff, y'all can. We can keep going.
Let's sit here because
But you can go ahead.
Trustee, all it takes is for young lady to get up and leave. That's all it takes.
See, it is really easy using the billboards as self-promotion. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the and if you're in a meeting like this, acting a fool isn't going to get you anywhere. It really is not going to get you anywhere. All it does is disrupt the meeting, and then it takes longer. Like last meeting, they had to get a guy get up and go try to attack somebody. I mean, what did that do except for get him probably thrown in jail? And so it's just this.
So we just all come from her saying this lady name. Could have just not said her name.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It was the mayor that caused that.
We definitely. Right.
So please, can we resume?
That's what I was thinking. Wow, the police come on.
What a mess.
$1 million. So it still would not add up to the millions of dollars that you spending on first-class flights, the millions of dollars that you spending on parties, the $1 million you spending on rent cars that you don't remember renting. So with that being said, let's move this to the committee of the whole, and hopefully we can talk about this with the residents so that we could discuss fines so that this administration won't keep increasing your fines because she just won't stop spending and she won't prioritize.
Yeah, exactly. She took trips to Las Vegas. She took trips to Washington. She took trips to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Los Angeles, the Alps, not Swiss Alps, but the Colorado skiing, things like that. Yeah, she was taking a lot of trips, and that's what they've limited that credit card for. So
she'll just continue to spend the money and then increase the fines to make you guys pay for it. So in order to stop that, we'll have a discussion as a family with the residents. And thank you guys.
They'll make this happen.
All right, guys. So we're gonna move forward.
Are you
but
guys voting on this?
They want to send it to committee.
Oh, it's just going to committee of the whole. Thank you.
So we're gonna move forward, and for the record, people that say things about me, I want you to prove it because, like I said, fact versus fiction.
Not
Y'all
the
say
Alps.
parties, and I do nothing but unity
Sorry.
and gatherings here in the community.
Colorado,
When they do it, they say it's a party. They do the
Yeah,
same
but-
thing I do, right? But when I do it, y'all claim it's a party. Y'all say first class flights. Please show me here in the Village of Dalton where I did a first class flight. I want you to show me that receipt, please, and thank you.
Play
So,
stupid
for the
games,
record,
win
I just want
stupid
you to know
prizes.
that they mix up the two body of governments that I'm over. They mix them up. We talking about you mix them up too. Hold on.
Yeah, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I understand anger, but you'll be more respected if you state the facts in a clear, calm voice. Exactly. How do people think, one, this behavior is okay? Two, there won't be consequences. They get heated. People can get heated over some of this. It's a disrespect thing, or lack of respect, I guess is the best way to put it. So they think they're being dissed on. And that's why she does these kinds of things, because she knows she's going to get a rise out of people. It's one of those where, depending on your upbringing, if you've got brothers and sisters like I did, and like I was, or still am, there's little things you can do to your siblings to really get them to lash out, like get them just to freak the hell out, because you know the button to push. And that's what she's doing. She's pushing the buttons because she knows as she pushes their buttons, gets them all worked up, they're not going to be able to contain themselves. And see, all they have to do is bite their lip, shut the hell up, let her do her little rant and rave, and then turn around and bring her to task on every single one of them. But that's the problem. She's playing a game with them, and they're losing. They're losing drastically on this. Yeah, Colorado. Thank you. Yeah, I was just in Colorado for vacay, but wasn't paid by the taxpayers. No, we did. Wife and I, we landed in, was it Denver? What was it? Was it Denver? And we drove into Vail. That's what I was thinking of, Vail. We drove into Vail, spent the night in Vail, and then went to Grand Rapids or Cedar Rapids. Grand Rapids. Yeah, something like that. It's pretty cool. We had a great time in Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, we're not talking to you. When it comes to the Village of Dalton, please show me the stuff that y'all put up at the meeting for clickbait and got no truth to what you're saying, no facts to what you're saying, but y'all say it and throw it in the air. That's not right. And that's why I tell you, residents, stay woke, because they will sit here and sing you off and just say anything, as most of the trustees do. They just talk with no facts. All right, moving on. Colorado.
Okay, that's a discussion on the fine.
Right, she just said she want to move it to committee of the whole.
Okay.
So Colorado move to committee of the whole.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, they need to let her game, but you play your game and win, and the win is easier to get. Exactly. She misused her position as mayor, and that's why the residents are pissed off. Absolutely. And every right that they should be. But also, you got to know that you've got to be more careful about what you say in these meetings. Like, come in, be clear, concise, no need to yell. It goes good for what she said. It goes good for the clickbait. Same way as she does all her shit for clickbait. Let her do her clickbait moments. Let her do her little backstabbing things. And all you have to do is just sit there and take it. And I guarantee you, whenever she's doing all of her shenanigans, all of that's being recorded. It's also being recorded whenever you make threats on somebody. So what you do is you make your point, make it in a calm, clear, concise manner, keep your emotions in check, and I guarantee you they would be able to take control of their city again. I used to be young, so right. Don't give them the power to reinforce the reason, impose limitations, and spend more money. Just like having an extra long meeting because somebody had to get up in the middle of their meeting yelling. Understand, they're completely good. They have every right to be angry. This is why you get your ducks in a row before you go on the attack.
Did you motion it? Anyone? No one motioned.
She did. Yeah, she did. It was motion.
Did you motion?
I'll
Did you move second? You did.
Add this to the agenda because this is another item that I would like to go to the committee of the whole. A senior called me a few weeks ago stating that she had a pit bull in her backyard. And I did call you, you didn't answer, but I was calling to see if we had animal control. I know that one board meeting, you presented it to us and we voted to pay about $50,000 for an animal control car. And once upon a time, I used to see people driving the animal control car, and we used to have animal control at one point, and then it vanished. But nothing was ever told to the board regarding what's exactly going on with the vehicle and the services. So I would like to have this discussion with the community so that we can get some answers and figure out if we have animal control, and if not, what we have to do to start it back.
Stop rambling.
So we do have animal control. You know that if
Yeah.
you call, we will come and we will remove the animal. Prime example, you had an animal on your block that was loose. It was a pit. You went on Facebook or some social media to hey guys, it's a pit loose. Watch yourself instead of calling the Village of Dalton. The resident then called us, the Village of Dalton, like they should have, like you should have. And we showed up and showed out and removed the pit bull. And guess what we found? A abandoned house that had a prostitution ring, 3 vacant cars. I forget what the cars were. Hellcats. What was that?
Stolen.
Stolen.
The high performance cars are
Three
stolen.
of them at the next door to where trustee Norwood lives.
Uh-huh.
So all these things do happen, but when you guys call us, we do show up and we do our job. But people get up here, like I said, things clickbait, everything's about campaign.
Oh, shut up. See, now she should just shut up after that and she would have won the conversation. Like, that is the way she could have won this conversation, to say, listen, all you have to do is call. And whenever you did call, this is what we found. These are the issues we found, and we had it handled. That's all she had to do. That's all she had to say. But oh no.
We do show up and we remove the animals. Just the other day, we had 2 big dogs loose off of MLK.
Don't care.
Never
Don't
around.
care.
Don't mean
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care.
Still
Don't
out
care.
there. However, what we're doing right now, what I'm doing right now, is working with Cook County to train our people on handling those dogs. We do have some that are trained on it, but not as many as we
They
need.
did not hire
What's going on right now.
prostitutes.
They're being trained.
They found a prostitute ring in the process of collecting that pit bull.
by Cook County.
Okay, can I ask a question? Sure. Okay, so I got 2 questions. First off, when was the last time the vehicle was used?
The vehicle was used probably about maybe a week ago. I know-
Okay. Somebody in the audience call the police department and see if they got animal control.
Girl, why don't you tell them to call the police department?
Because let me explain why I said that, Mayor, because I'm talking, I got the floor right now. Last week, there was some animals out. They called the police department, and the police department said, we don't have animal control anymore. So I don't understand why these people lie so much when it is 21,000.
Oh, Jesus. Stop being difficult. Stop being difficult. Stop causing drama.
Little digging, and I seen an article that stated that the administration didn't properly go about things the right way with that.
Sweetheart. Okay. Let me explain over and over again. And I'm laying into a little bit of the trustees on this one. Okay. I understand you being upset. Don't go by a freaking article. You are in charge here. Okay. If you want to find out if animal control is doing their job, call them. Say, I want to speak to I'm one of the trustees for the village of Dalton. I just want to know the status of what's going on with your vehicle. Instead of looking at an article, take your happy ass down there. If you need to go down there in person, say, where's the vehicle that animal control is using? This is a real simple procedure. Verify it for yourself. Don't go by the rumors. And I guarantee you will find out exactly what's going on. If they give you a runaround, then you can address it. But until then, take care of it. Organize a committee and have an inquiry. Yes. When this mayor finally gets indicted, they can send animal control to pick her up. Oh, yeah. Better yet, they need to go check the department themselves. Exactly. It's a real simple solution to a problem that they're having. Instead of just reading a freaking article, go look into it yourself. It's in your city. It's in your community. Somebody's calling you up complaining about animal control ain't around no more. Go, well, I'll look into it, and then get your ass up and go down there and look into it. Real simple.
The animals and someone.
I, J, K, L, and M.
Oh, and M.
And M like Mary.
Okay.
Hi, Mary.
But you want to do M. M, you can't vote because that's closed session. That's going to close session.
We need to pay. All of this was included in a budget that we approved when they said retro was included.
All right.
Any questions?
Okay. Thank you. The other one on here that I want to discuss.
The reason why they will not give us the access is because this is what they've been doing, spending all the money, and now they've done so to the point where now they need us. They have to tell us because they need us to do the transfer. So even though we're against it, because we know that if the money was being spent right and if they were following the budget prevents this from happening. So just so the residents
Yes,
know, we
they're
don't
paid
want
to
to
work.
sit here and fight every need.
Yeah, here's the thing. They're paid to work. They also have staff. They should have staff. If they don't, they should. No, as a trustee, they actually have to get up off their fat ass and do something. You have to be proactive. You know, it's the same way I was saying about them coming in with an agenda. Whenever you come in with an agenda, you have a pact that discusses the agenda and what you're going to be talking about. You don't show up to a budget meeting without having the numbers of what your budget's going to be. You don't do it. You give it to everybody in advance so they know what's going on. Yeah, she's giving me a headache too.
It really is unfair to you all. But
you put all these other people on here, and y'all do know this is targeted, this is harassment, and you guys are doing political retaliation for the name
of attorney that we are seeking to push forward. Thank you.
And for clarity, we went through those steps as it related to a special type of attorney that was supposed to handle that case. But I always get a closed session to go more details about all of that, because you know, like I know when it's in litigation, you can. So can we call the roll, please, so we can go to closed session?
Yes.
Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed to bundle I through L.
All right. And next on agenda is personnel matters. We will roll.
I'm sorry, for correction, excuse me, Mayor. I said bundle, but it was for approval. So it's to approve items I through L, just
Right.
for the records.
Right. So we're going in closed session for personnel matters, but I do want to make some clarity and clear some things up. I see that you guys went and created this agenda, whereas I created an agenda for
Corruption
the
and
Village of
annoyance.
Charleston, and we put everything on there that was needed to talk about, including terminate
Always missing the corruption and the annoyance.
the contract of Otis and Stark, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath. You guys didn't put that on here, nor did you put on there the termination of Keith Freeman. I put that on there so the board and I can discuss it, but I don't see that here. Yet you put all these other people on here, and y'all do know this is targeted, this is harassment, and you guys are doing political retaliation for the names that you put on here for personnel matters. It don't make no sense that you're considering layoffs due to you claiming financial, but yet you're picking people that don't make half the salary as a lot of other people, because you're supposed to start at the top, work your way down. But yeah, you pick people that.
No, that's not true. No, that is not true. You're not. If you're going to say you start at the top and work your way down, then they would remove you. If you're starting at the top and working your way down, no. Whenever you start pulling people off of having position, whenever you start laying people off of these jobs, any of the jobs, what you want to look at is their job performance. You want to look at who is essential. For example, if you walk into a hospital and you have to get rid of some people, you don't go through because the doctors are making more money, or because your what do you call it? Your hospital administrators are making more money, and lay those off, because then things start falling apart. Nobody's getting healed. Nobody's handling the administration of that. What you do is you start looking at nurses. You start looking at interns. You start looking at all the various janitorial staff. You start assessing, do we need 50 janitors, or can we get by with 35 or 40? And then you put those down. And then you go through and you're like, do we need to have 100 doctors that all specialize in spine surgery, or can we whittle this down to 3 or 4 that handle spine surgery? And maybe that gives room to hire people in other positions. You have to constantly be able to restructure. So she's wrong in this. You don't start at the top and work your way down. You go through and you look at the amount of people that you have doing a certain job and see where you can make cuts. That is how you balance things out. With these people are votes. Exactly. But that's sometimes the hard truth of what you have to do. And you can always say you can come back and apply later, but we've got to make budget cuts, and this is one of those budget cuts that are getting made. Or let them know that you're going to be doing a review for their job. And you'll see that, you might find a guy that's sitting there going, I really don't like doing this job anyway. I'd much rather be doing a different job, and he's ready to go. And then you can keep the other one there because somebody's already ready to walk out the door. Yeah, it's just idiots. I mean, I worked on a ship. Okay. I worked on a ship, and they liked me, really. They liked me on the ship. They were just like, hey, this guy does whatever he's asked to do. He sticks around. He's reliable. All that kind of stuff. The only problem is I get really seasick, really seasick, which I didn't know that. But you spend a week out on the ocean when 8-foot swells, 10-foot swells, 20-foot swells. Yeah, it gets you really sick. And so there came a time where they were getting ready to cut these two guys from the ship. Like they basically they'd just be transferred to another one. They were going to have to remove some people from the ship. They actually came to me and asked me which one should be removed, and I turned to them and I said, me. I said, I think that I should be removed, and I'm going to miss doing this, but I can't handle the seasickness, and I'm ready to get my feet back on dry land again. And so they had no problem cutting me, and there was no hard feelings. I wasn't heartbroken. They weren't heartbroken. They got to keep two guys on there and get rid of one. So it's a really weird thing, but it happens.
In the clerks, they make what, $15 an hour? Like, make this make sense of how you guys are trying to handle this. And like I know you guys have the authority to put anyone on administrative leave. You don't have the authority to remove anybody that I appoint. So I just want to clear this up for the public, because everybody all roused up, and then you guys sitting here just trying to make decisions without stating facts. So today we will state facts as it relates to what you do.
What ship? It was the OSW Anderson. It was docked out of Maryland. It was an ocean survey vessel for Mar Incorporated. That ship, if I'm not mistaken, has been decommissioned since I worked on it. But yeah, that was an old PT boat. All you have to do is just look up OSW OSV Ocean Survey Vessel, OSV Anderson, Peter W. Anderson. That was the ship that I worked on. Yeah, it was for working for the EPA and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
What I do, as I always say, we're going to go on closed session, go over this bogus list that you put together, and then we'll come back out and we will tell the public again what the truth is in the matter of moving forward. But Keith Freeman will be added onto this list. It's shocking that you didn't put him on there, board, especially y'all didn't like them, don't care for them.
So are we not having a regular?
Here, I'll show you a picture of the ship that I worked on. It was a motor gunboat. Damn it, why does it do that? Let's see. Open image, new tab. So there we go. This was the ship that I worked on right here. This was a lot of stuff. It was changed up whenever I worked on here. Like they changed the color of the ship. So this was Peter W. Anderson, EPA Ocean Survey Vessel, Annapolis, Maryland. That's where its home port was. I can't remember the length of it. 186 feet, I think, something like that. 186 feet long. 3 stories. There was the captain's bridge. I slept somewhere around here on the ship, somewhere in there. An all aluminum hull, and I will tell you that was a real pain in the butt. But yeah, there was actually a little tower that they built on here later that would hang stuff over the side of the ship right here into the water. Yeah, Ocean Survey Vessel, Peter W. Anderson. It's also known as a Antelope class. Yeah, she was pretty. Your nephew was looking to have lay a number of people off, and instead he took the layoff so he could have an elective surgery. He'd been putting off help company, and his crew joined them later. Yeah. And sometimes that's what you do. Porque? It was so small you really got all the movement. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did I get to fish? No. We didn't do fishing off of that boat because it was with the EPA. We would have gotten in all kinds of trouble for that. But no, it was there was a time we were going, was it the Gulf? I think it was coming around the Gulf. We did have a bunch of flying fish that landed on the ship and had, man, that was a mess. Why does aluminum hull make things difficult? Because whenever you've got a what was it, 6 foot, like 6-inch thick aluminum hull, 6 foot thick aluminum hull, aluminum is really soft, and so if you're trying to go through ice flows, you can't, because it'll damage the ship. It makes the ship really light and buoyant, but because whenever you've got really thick ice and it hits it, it'll puncture a hole in it. Not be able to be out there with fishing. Yeah. I mean, we did take charter boats and do some fishing while we were doing that. I have no problem on small boats, but for whatever reason, the size of the ship, it was, and I was told that was probably the worst that ship had ever seen anyway. It was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, I've got pictures of it somewhere where the water's breaking out over the bow of the ship, and it's coming up and hitting the glass on the cabin. It was a lot. It was a lot. Nothing like walking down a hallway whenever the ship is doing this number and then this number. It's like a madhouse. Oh, no bueno. No wonder they chose aluminum when she's going into cold waters. No, the ship was based out of Annapolis, which is a freshwater bay. So you've got Chesapeake Bay, which is all fresh water. And the ship originally was designed as a warship. It was let's see if I've got a picture of it. And I think I've got one here. Yeah, it's a PGM 86 Antelope Class 3. So, damn it. I'll show you what it looked like whenever it was a different boat. Isn't it? Share screen right here. So this is what it initially looked like right here. As you can see, it's got a 50 caliber turret. I believe that's not a 50 caliber turret, but I want to say it's basically this will fire artillery rounds. So it had this on the front. It also had rockets that would launch off the back of it. Yeah, this is a pretty damn solid ship. So big gun. There were guns mounted up here. There were guns mounted back here. But they used this in Vietnam. Now this thing would kick up a rooster tail, which that's pretty fast boat, really fast boat. Write a book about all my jobs. No, not me, not I. No, that would not be good. Too much fun. Sure, this happens. I was only on that ship for a short period of time anyway, but it wasn't there for very long. It wouldn't be a very. I mean, I could make anything interesting, but it wouldn't make for an interesting story. It really wouldn't. They commissioned her to go into cold waters. Why did they choose better qualified vessel for the job? Because she didn't do that much. She was perfect for the job that she was doing. Most of it they gutted out. It would hold 13 crew and 13 scientists. So it was turned into something completely different. Sailing on Lake Erie, 24 Olympic Star had a 40-foot mast, 2,000 pounds in keel, and we hold the honor 2 people overboard to race, maybe one of them replacing Spinnaker. Oof, that's no fun. Yeah, no, it wasn't originally designed for cold water. No, it wasn't. But also, it wasn't designed to have 6 foot thick ice flows either. We had to, I mean, all the ships in Chesapeake Bay, what was that, 96, 97, 98, what was it, 96 or 98? It was the year that Newt Gingrich shut down the government around Christmas time. They just shut everything down. Because I remember distinctly that's why that's why we were there in Chesapeake Bay for so long, refitting the ship, is because the government got shut down, weren't sure about funding, and then we had a big ice storm that dropped, like, I want to say it was 12 inches. It was dumping like a foot an hour. Like, we would shovel off one end of the ship. By the time we got to the bow, we would have to go back to the stern and start all over again, just to keep snow off of the ship, so it wouldn't list. Yeah, it was I think 96. I think that's right. It was 96 or 98. I can't remember. It was a while back. But that was a lot.
Meeting there, that's, I guess, for clarity, since you're saying he's going to be added to this list.
Yeah, but we got a regular meeting right after this. We have a regular meeting right after.
Okay, that's all I was
But I'm
trying
just saying that you guys didn't add it. Y'all added everything you posted. And like I said, y'all want to be in control so bad. Y'all added all this stuff to the agenda, but you didn't add this. And then you put my report at the very end. Why is that? But this is stuff that I'm talking about. This is
Oh, shut up. So this is where they're going into closed session. So they went into closed session. And executive session.
But they don't educate the public on how
some of the
still.
And closed session lasts for quite some time, and then they come back.
Trustee Belcher. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
The time is now 9:01 p.m.
All right.
Wow.
Is there a motion regarding the personnel matters?
motion to approve the personnel matters listed on agenda item M, M A through F.
All right, is there a second? All right, because we was in closed session, we cannot really discuss it, but I will make a statement for the record. I already told the Board of Trustees that this is political retaliation. This is targeting, and they should not target these individuals to try to lay them off. I also told them that they will be sued for doing so, but yet they still choosing to pick these people, which they said Keith Freeman gave them. So make sure y'all add him in y'all lawsuit to target just these individuals. Normally, when you do layoffs or consider layoffs, you normally go, you meet with management staff, and you go line by line, or you go over things or what people can make cuts at and do things to make it make sense. Right now, people are voting with their emotions, and they're not being wise as it relates to handling the business, allowing the business to handle them. So again, I am totally against this. As you know, I told them y'all do what y'all think y'all can do, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. So they're gonna vote for it, but again, these people will still be employed here in the village of Dalton. So I'm just making sure that everyone is crystal clear of that. So when it happens, you understand the why. Okay, clerk.
Mayor, I have a comment.
Oh, you got a comment now?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So the layoffs are due to financial issues that the village of Dalton has. I did mention already that managers who may have spoken up asked that we do not include their names for fear of retaliation. So there's also trying to insinuate that Freeman is the one that gave us this incorrect. This decision came about because our finance consultant, the CPA firm, let us know that we are in dire need and layoffs need to happen. This is I hate to say this, I don't want to cause a big panic, but this is a starting point because we are finally beginning to get information, because for months and months we would indicate that we don't have financials. We haven't had it for 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. I know many people heard that. So this meeting is the first time you hear Trustee Belcher and us reference financials that we've started to get in review. And we got a lot of that information due to the investigation by former Mayor Lori Lightfoot. So that information is the reason for many of the actions taken this evening with credit card spending, as well as this beginning of some of the layoffs. It's unfortunate. There's a lot more that we have to do. So we're starting to identify the picture, and we have to identify a plan forward. And unfortunately, this is part of that plan. Thank you.
All right, and I just want to clear something up that he just stated. He stated that Keith Freeman was not the one that gave it to him, and I quote, Trustee Kiana Belcher stated that they got this list from Keith Freeman. So I wish y'all can listen to the tapes down in closed session, and you would hear her say that's who gave y'all this list. So again, this is targeted. y'all targeting individuals, and that's not right. I still believe you guys should go to the drawing board and figure it out, whatever it is. Again, the mayor had no say so in this. They just did what they wanted to do, and you're supposed to sit here and talk about things of importance such as a layoff, because at the end of the day, this is somebody's livelihood that you guys are playing with. Y'all can point fingers, place blame, do whatever you feel you need to do, but at the end of the day, you guys still are going about it the wrong way, and you should not pick individuals because they don't follow your orders or don't listen to you or whatever y'all feel is going on. You guys should still go back to the drawing board and figure out a better way, because there's always another way to do something. And as it relates to financials, once everything come up, I did tell everybody that we was going to do a town hall meeting as it relates to the financials, because everyone's waiting on financials. We all are. So I just want to clear that up as well, because people like to just say stuff, but they don't educate the public on how and the whys. Like, I'll give you another example. Do you know that we have union contracts, different things that go towards a budget, but no one's telling you that. So once it goes to the budget, where's the extra revenue that you brought in to cover the budget amount? You just give somebody a raise, but yet you got to figure out how to pay that out. And then when they try to cut things like I said earlier before we went downstairs, code enforcement. Why would you cut the only thing where people are producing revenue? They go out and they write tickets for people that ain't cut their grass, whether it's the bank or whoever, and other issues in our community. So what I'm saying to you is you rather lay people off, like I said, peanuts, compared to the things that you claim is needed. So again, that's my statement for the record. I'm still advising the Board of Trustees not to go forward with this hit list that Keith Freeman put together on people that he don't like or get along with. And I think the board should be wiser and speak up about what it is.
May I be recognized?
And it's not going off the list that was provided to us. That is my opinion. Go ahead.
Okay, so when you quote me, make sure you do it right. I stated inside of executive session, which you want to bring it up anyway, that we had a meeting with Casperic's office, which is Lauren, and this was the advice of the accounting firm. By way of email, it came from Keith Freeman. Now, what's crazy to me is that 1 minute you do the day-to-day operations, 1 minute Keith do the day-to-day operations. So it's when it fits your agenda. So whether it, to my knowledge, Keith Freeman is still employed here and is the village administrator, because we have not seen anything set forth and except for the next meeting that's going to start a termination. That when something comes through the village administrator, which I mean, for 3 years, well, I'll say you've been here 2 years, we haven't been getting nothing. So when these things come, because that's your right hand man, then we would be able to move forward with what's presented to us. Also, and sit in a 3-hour meeting with somebody that's finally giving us some financial information, you go by the people that you pay the money to say these are the recommendations that you guys need to have. Whereas
Okay,
Chill.
let's first talk about the ordinances, because I think that when we talk about $1,000, $60,000,
and sit here and put all the mess to rest and talk like adults and say, hey, this is what I want to see from my village. This is what I think we should do.
So she's blaming Keith Freeman, which was her employee, for shenanigans, basically ratting her out.
They in the business of selling news. They have to sell news. So unfortunately, they are competing with YouTubers. They're competing with everybody, and people got to see it for what it is. And for those that don't want to listen, you don't have to, because at the end of the day, my base don't come here because they're not with the mess. They listen and watch me on TV and see what I'm saying. And when I go to the door, they appreciate everything that I've accomplished here as the mayor. Because as many that been here, like I've been here, like I say, I grew here, they flew here. Everybody that been here, like I've been, you know where the village was, and you know where it's at current. And you know for a fact that we didn't have everything on Sibley possible, from Ponderosa to Red Lobster to White Hen Pantry. Everything was in our city, is why majority of us moved to this community. But to see it just constantly be attacked because people can't have their way, people can't tell you what to do, it's saddening. It really is. Because again, I tell you, I got a 5-year-old daughter that's going to grow up in the same community that I grew up in. And I want her, just like I want your kids, to have things that they can run to and grow from.
Oh, God, she's giving me a headache because she won't shut the hell up.
And have memories. For instance, the rink. They can go to the rink, and actually now they got a memory for life to say, hey, I went to the rink and I skated outside. They got that memory. I went down the street and I played basketball where it's 3 different courts, 3.
Oh, come on. Stop.
Because when do we forget that we are all human? When do we forget that we live here? When the county,
okay,
everybody else just around you for whatever reason, but
people have children that they have to take care of also. So with that being said, I'm not comfortable with the layoff. I feel we need to kind of look at it a little bit stronger, sit down with our managers and let them lay it out for us to see where we at. Thank you.
Well thought.
Okay.
Colorado.
Trustee Bell.
skate. When we have events, we do allow people to utilize the skates and be out there on the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
9:26 p.m. Trustee.
Oh,
The city and tell you, hey, we did this today. This how much money.
she will not shut up.
Thank you, Mayor Henyard. Good evening, residents. The productivity report for July 2024, Public Works completed 6 B-box repairs, 3 water mains were faster, and
Doesn't matter.
we had 68 building permits of 38,000.
Oof.
Comments, please. I think it's important that you hear this. Because the Bible tells me to touch not my anointed and do his.
Why are you going off on the Bible? At least she got rid of her gold mic, even though she's trying to eat the silver one. No, they've got her boosted so much because whoever their sound man, whoever's running their sound doesn't know anything about how to run sound. He's probably used to setting it up for a church or some crap like that, and it's completely different in one of these closed environments. It really is. It's amazing. It would drive me up the damn wall.
Lives. So under your leadership, we have changed these departments. Okay, there were job descriptions written for directors.
Tell him how many trips he done went on the credit card.
Trustee, you so out of order. You do stuff for clickbait. Stop. He has the floor.
This don't make no sense that you sit here letting him do that.
Did y'all listen?
So if you can keep them in your prayers, I appreciate it. Also for tomorrow, they have the National Night Out.
Wow, church mouse, as I say. What's going on right now? This the person y'all can't stand. Y'all don't like. This what y'all say. This what y'all say about the person. Y'all say he's never at work. He'll do his job. Is this what y'all say? So what we doing, guys? The motion is on the floor. What y'all gonna do? Motion is seconded. What we doing? What we doing, guys? No, nothing. Crickets.
Oh, Jesus.
Nobody wants the motion and let go. But y'all, hold on. Look, let me just explain to residents that understand what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Prior to a whole 5-10 minutes ago, they voted to lay off all these individuals, right? They voted on all these individuals, but the person that they all complain about is now up for a motion in a second to terminate. That's the person they claim. And if a person that they're talking about that they doing all these things make 100,000, what do you make? 100-something thousand, what do you make? Why y'all didn't start at the top? Why didn't you? You started with people like William Moore, people that make $15,000 a year. People that
Take
make
a Xanax.
You started with employees like that. You started with the code enforcement department that really brings revenue to our village. So make it make sense, residents. Why is everybody on mute all of a sudden? I don't hear nothing. Board of trustees. Y'all all got so much to say. What y'all got? Y'all motioning? Y'all motioning second? Nobody?
Oh my Lord. Yeah, she's been talking. Her lawyers, but like you need to stop. You really need to stop.
Okay, so basically, for those that ain't been watching the mess or I want to cuss the show in Dawson, if y'all ain't been watching it, that show you that y'all must been working with him the entire time. So all y'all been exposed, huh? So everybody's been exposed. Cause here it is. Y'all watch the meetings. Y'all see what goes on. I don't see nothing right now. Nobody said nothing. Y'all got nothing to say.
Imagination out this world.
So who been getting played the entire time? Looks like the mayor been getting played the entire time. That's what it looked like to me. Because I can't believe they this quiet. Y'all always got something to say. Always.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Oh, you adjourn the meeting. So your motion is now recognized, and we right here on this agenda item, and you know you're out of order. So basically,
it's a motion and a second on the floor.
It is not recognized. If you understand the rules and how they work. So you want to get out of the jam. You that scared, huh? You that scared to talk about the firing. You guys said you didn't want the individual. Where y'all at? I already know what I can do. I'm talking about them because they said that I didn't put it on this agenda. And I'm going to show you emails. I'm going to show you emails. Who said it? Hold on, trustee, because now you got something to say. Hold on. You said that. Who said it? Basically, I'm going to show you everything that they talked about until we got to this point. Now it's on the agenda. Now they quiet. They got nothing to say.
Can you say who said put it on the agenda?
All I'm saying to you guys is we got to get some understanding.
Oh, what a mess.
Let people, as y'all say, hoodwink, bamboozle, man, straight. Y'all let people do that to y'all, right? Y'all still ain't got nothing to say.
Who said put it on the agenda, Mayor?
See, y'all got something to say. I'm waiting.
Can you ask
y'all motion? How y'all gonna motion? What y'all gonna do?
You said somebody said put it on the agenda. Who asked you to put it on the
I already
agenda?
asked you a question. So
What a shit show.
So release a motion every second on the floor. So let me say this then. Because you guys are mute and they got nothing to say, always. Y'all been selling
Oh,
yourself
shit
a
show.
crap. I am using my authority, which I always had, but you guys intervene with it as always. Keith Freeman is fired from the Village of Dalton. He no longer works here at the Village of Dalton. I done said it and said it. I tried to do this before, but they intervened and said, hey, you gotta come across the board. Y'all, the trustees. So by you doing that,
Did you ask them to put it on the wall?
did you ask them to put it on there? I think everybody got it. I think everybody understands what's going on. And by their silence, it tells you kind of what's going on in our village. So welcome to all the games and all the drama that you see put before this door.
What a
So,
mess.
I'll see
What
you
a
guys
mess.
tomorrow. It's a new day.
She's going off.
Need to call the roll. Need to call the roll. Trustee Belcher.
Oh.
I just said that it was out of order, but that's what y'all do. Y'all just want to
Trustee
run
Tammy
to the
Brown.
show. Everybody running. Nobody got
Trustee
nothing to
Belcher.
say about Keith Freeman. Nobody.
Meeting
Nobody.
at 9:52 p.m.
That's a shame. So I'm
Oh.
because at the end of the day, I told you, you guys don't run it today. The mayor does. So Keith Freeman, I know you're watching. You no longer works for the Village of Dalton. Please turn in your keys, turn in all your stuff. HR reach out to you tomorrow as relates to your fire.
Oh no. No. They're they're just laughing because they just spent 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours of billable time for 2 attorneys. Wait, what? No, they shut down the meeting. She fired Keith Freeman, the one that she believes is the whistleblower that turned all of the federal documents over, or all of the documents over to the feds. Yeah, she's scattering right now. She is not in a good place. This is why she's so upset. See, they like I said, they are doing some really backbiting shite. Some really backbiting shite. Oh, it's a mess. It is a mess. Talk about a city in distress. And you know, at first I was wanting to give benefit of the doubt to all the trustees. Trustees are doing some shady shit. You know, they need to really get their head out of their ass and start focusing more on doing things the right way. I know that they probably were at the beginning, but now it's become a little bit more crooked there. Like they need to calm down. Damn, I just felt a bug land on my head. Weird. No, ma'am, you didn't read the first fine print of the contract, page 113, section C, 266.9. I fish. Well, I'm normally like 6 to 10 over par on my local course. Does that count as dialogue? How current is this council meeting? 2 days ago. 2 days ago was this council meeting. Yeah. There's some shit about to come down on a lot of people. There's a lot of shit about to come down on a lot of people. I took current to be water. I forgot about the meeting. You forgot about the meeting. Well, just think. Mike Hunt smells like fish. No, I'm not going to read it tonight. I'm going to leave you waiting. Everybody, have a wonderful evening. Go say hi to the expert. Go watch a little bit of Coin Pushers. stay away from the stress. Tomorrow morning, I will have a new morning. And tomorrow night, we're probably going to be doing a couple of big things. So stay tuned in for tomorrow night. We'll go over those. All of the shenanigans are dropping and going crazy. I have got to get a little bit of rest tonight because I've got a really busy day tomorrow. And just know that we've got next week some really it's going to be busy next week. Oh, is it going to be busy next week? So you guys have to be prepared for that one. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Everybody, we will see you very soon. In the meantime, make sure you hit the like on the way in to the experts. Hit the like on the way out of here. Everybody, have a good night. We'll see you in the morning. Peace.
In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, there's a tale unfolding under the cover of night. The Federal Bureau, they've come to play, investigating whispers in the light of day. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep bringing caught in a fraudulent scheme. It sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. Allegations fly like shadows on the wall in the halls of power where the mighty fall. Bankruptcy fraud, they say he devised. Keith Freeman's game in the public eye. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keith Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. The sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. So here we stand.